everyone, it's Liz Danoon here, and it is Friday, and I have to send out a big apology to everybody to say I apologise because I didn't actually get to my Facebook Lives on Wednesday or Thursday of this week, and that was because I was actually filming a brand new course which we are putting together, and that is all about teaching. It's a teacher training course, actually, for teachers, specifically for teachers this time, on how to teach children with neurodiversity. So by neurodiversity, we are talking about all those things that are different ways of learning. So those children who've got dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, memory issues, visual processing issues, auditory processing issues, maybe on the autism spectrum, may have Tourette's, all those things, may be struggling with anxiety. So I've literally done 3 days of filming, and I have to tell you, it is really full on when we film. So we've had film crews, and we've had scripts, and we've tweaked scripts, and and nothing really comes together until the last minute when you put all the pieces together and everything kind of lines up and you just go for it. So I am the front and centre, of course. I'm the go for it girl. So today has been a very, not quiet, because I've got all my work to catch up on, but it's been a very slow day. Hence my look today is very relaxed, and the makeup's not happening. I'm just chilling out. So I've got a list as long as your arm of things to get through, but I'm just working my way through them nice and gently rather than trying to do everything flat out, because the last few days has been absolutely flat out when we've had film crews and lights and all the rest going. So I want to talk to you about today's topic of choice, which was actually yesterday's topic, so I'm playing catch up here. And that was, how do you teach spelling in science? Now, if any of you have seen the blog on this, you'll know the story. I actually ran into my sister at the gym last week, and I'm a member of the Fernwood Gym, and that's here in Australia. And I love Fernwood because it's an all-women gym. The reason I love it is because there's big girls, there's small girls, there's Muslim people, there's elderly people, there's young people, there's girls with their mums. There's mother and daughter teams. It's really social, and it's just a really good gym, so I love it. So I go there, and my sister goes there, and we just happen to be doing the same CX class together, which is like tummy tightening with all those stretchy bands and all that kind of stuff. So we were doing our CX class, only goes for 30 minutes on a Saturday morning, so it's the best. And we got talking, and she said to me that she was doing a PD next week, which was all about how to teach literacy in her classes. Like, she teaches humanities, geography, science, but to secondary school children, and a really diverse group of children too. Like, her students are from all different countries. Majority of them speak English as a second language. So she teaches all those subjects from year 8 right through, I think, to year 10. And she said that she really isn't that au fait with teaching words, particularly words that are often quite difficult for children to spell and also difficult for them to remember. They're often the key words that you might teach when you're in a science class. So I had a bit of a giggle because she was really quite confused about how she was supposed to, A, fit that into her science class when the curriculum is so packed, and B, actually do it in such a way as the kids would really be interested in it, just like teaching in isolation, if you like. So I started throwing all these ideas at her because, of course, my brain went to overdrive. I started to think of all these ways she could do it, and I could just see she was getting overwhelmed. So I thought, you know what, I'll just write a blog post on it, and that's what I'll do today. That's what I'm talking about today. So for the example of this exercise, I chose the word atmosphere. So here is my examples using the word atmosphere. So imagine you're a science teacher, you've just walked into your classroom, you need to teach the word atmosphere today, and you've got to do it quickly, you've got to keep teenagers engaged, you've got to make a bit of fun, and most importantly, you do not want them to forget how to spell the word atmosphere. How do you make sure you get it into their long-term memory? Well, of course, if you listen to me, you'll know we do it in multi-sensory ways. So we want to make sure that every child in the class, it doesn't matter what neurodiversity they have, got a bit of action there, what sort of brain they've got, we want to make sure they remember it. So here's my first one. Write the word on the board, atmosphere, like this. So let me give you an idea. It's at with a forward slash, moss with a forward slash, sphere. So P-H-E-R-E with the forward slash. So you've got 3 words in 3 forward slashes, or 2 forward slashes. I wish I had a whiteboard behind me. I could do it much better. So divide the students into 3 groups. Instruct group 1 to say at in a big loud voice. The second group to say moss in an equally loud voice. And then the third group to say fear the same way. So then you're going to go at, and you're going to point to the at group, moss, you're going to point to the moss group, and fear, you're going to point to the fear group. Of course, spelled P-H-E-R-E, tricky spelling, of course. So at, moss, fear. And as you point to each group, they have to say their word part. So atmosphere. And then I want you to get faster and faster. Atmosphere, 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 atmosphere. So basically you get faster and faster till they can't keep up and they're all shouting. So then they've got to shout, and you, while you're doing the pointing to them, you're also pointing at the word parts on the board. So like this, atmosphere, atmosphere. I don't know if you can do that. That's really multitasking, isn't it? Anyway, you get the idea. So next they're going to do is they're going to shut their eyes. They're going to visualize the word atmosphere. So they have to actually see it in the mind's eye. And then they're going to look down at their books and they're going to write the word 5 times. Okay, atmosphere, 5 times. And I guarantee you they won't ever forget how to spell the word atmosphere again. Here's number 2 way. Write the word atmosphere on the board the same way. Put the forward slashes in where the syllables sit. Next to it, write a 1-sentence description of what the word means. So the description I came up was the gaseous envelope of a celestial body. The gaseous envelope of a celestial body. Okay? Now get the students to pair up and get one student to spell the word out loud while they clap it. So it'll be A-T-M-O-S-P-H-E-R. Okay, so they do that, and then they say the gaseous envelope of a celestial body. Then they get their partner to do it. Then they do it again, and they're going to do it 3 times each, all right, while they're looking at each other. Then they're going to the whole class is going to turn around, face the back of the room, and they're going to do it without looking at the board. So they'll go A-T-M-O-S-P-H-E-R-E, and then they'll say the gaseous envelope of a celestial body. And then they sit down. So there you go. That's way 2. Way 3, before the class starts, write each of the word parts. So at onto 25 slips of paper, if you've got 25 in your class, moss onto 25 slips of paper, fear onto 25 slips of paper, put at in one corner of the room, moss on a table in another corner of the room, fear in the corner of another part of the room, or if you want, spread them out, so that you've got children going everywhere at all times. And then you give them 20 seconds to walk around the class, not to run or jog. Get them to go and collect all the word parts. At, moss, fear. They put them on their desk in order. They write the word out 3 times. There's my 3rd way to help them remember a new word nice and quickly. Now, I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, if I do that with my secondary school children, they are going to go off. They'll all be laughing. They'll all be shouting. They'll be bumping into each other. Someone might fall over. So you might want to do this at the end of the class. So when they're all excited and rowdy, you then just pass them on to the next teacher rather than making them do it at the beginning of the class. Then you've got to rein them all back in to get them all back in and learning science in a serious fashion. So have a bit of fun with it. I have got so many fun ways to teach things. I just cannot tell you. They just come out of my brain constantly. But the thing is, and I know this is why my sister has been asked to do that, to do this activity, and that is because about 50% of the adult population struggle with spelling, and that is a lot. And a lot of people say, why are our literacy skills so poor, particularly in a country like Australia? And I know other countries fall into the same category. And often it's our teachers who are to blame. And I often say, when I went to Teachers College, the way we were taught to teach spelling basically didn't exist. We did very little on how to reach and teach all the children in our class. And often, teachers are being asked to do something and to do something well that they're really not trained that well to do. They only know one way. So it's all about, I think, making it multisensory. And I'm telling you, if you try some of these things with your children in your classes, even big old teenagers, big tough teenagers like we have in our classes today, they will love it, they will have fun, and they will remember how to spell those words probably for the rest of their lives. So if you want some more ideas on how to teach in this fashion, because I teach this method, and I teach this method to children who struggle with reading and spelling. But interestingly, we now have a lot of teachers who are also learning my methods. So, I have a webinar, and a lot of people watch that webinar, which actually trains you in a lot of the ways that I teach. So if you would like to watch it, I would love to have you do that, because you will learn all sorts of fun ways to teach, and not just with actions. There are other ways to teach other than with actions and movement. There are ways that you can teach where your children stay at their desks using other types of sensory cues. So lots of ideas for you. So please come and watch the webinar. And particularly if you're a parent of a child who's struggling with their literacy and needs a bit of a confidence boost, because I am really, really big on building a child's self-confidence, because without self-confidence, children can't learn, because they're so busy just dealing with all the other stuff that comes from having a low self-confidence that they invariably, learning well and getting A's and B's on their school report is the last thing they're thinking about when they've just got no confidence. So, that's a big part of what I do as well. So I look forward to seeing you on the webinar if you would like to join us. And let me know if you try some of my teaching strategies in your classrooms. I would love to hear what you think. Okay, I will see you next week. I am going to be filming again, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but I'm really going to try and get my Facebook Lives done next week. So have a great day, everybody. Enjoy your upcoming weekend. If you're in America, you're about to start Friday, and if you're in England or the UK, you are in the earlier hours of your morning. So it's us Aussies and New Zealanders who are all well into our Fridays. So have a great day, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye for now.